told me you couldn't believe in somebody who didn't believe in you. I believed in you. Always believed in you. You just didn't believe in me.
Andrew McCarthy is best known for roles in movies like Pretty in Pink and St. Elmo's Fire and Weekend at Bernie's, among many, many others. More recently, he's been on the TV show Good Girls and has been a director of episodic television, shows like Blacklist and Orange is the New Black.
He was also part of Hollywood's Brat Pack, and now McCarthy has written a book about his life during that iconic era called Brat, an 80s story, and he joins us live. Good morning.
How are you?
Great. I'm wondering, as you're going back trying to write this book about those years, were there things that you remembered that you hadn't thought about in a while?
Well, I didn't know if I'd be able to remember anything. It was so long ago. And then, yeah, as I started to write it, things did come back that I hadn't considered, and things that I thought were really important turned out to be maybe not so much. And then it started to string itself together and have its own kind of life and shape. But yeah, there was definitely stuff that I'd forgotten about that came back.
So do you have kind of a love-hate relationship with that era? I'm sure it launched you, but then it also, people calling you the Brat Pack, you say we never actually hung out as a pack.
Well, I mean, the Brat Pack whole thing has had such a life of its own over so long. I did very much sort of resent it at the beginning. I thought it was really kind of a pejorative term, you know. But over time, it's become this kind of iconically affectionate umbrella term to represent those movies in that era. And for a certain generation, it represents youth itself, you know. And I've sort of become this avatar of people's youth in a certain way. And that's kind of become a beautiful thing. And I think it took me a long time to kind of come to terms with that notion.
I know that everything that's on the internet is 100% true, and I saw...
Absolutely.
I saw on the internet that you have actually never seen Pretty in Pink in its entirety. Is that true?
No, that's not true. I did see Pretty in Pink. I mean, I think it took me a few years to see it for sure. But because at the premiere, the big premiere, I did remember walking out of it. And that's how the book starts, actually. But I have seen Pretty in Pink. Yeah, it's pretty good. You should watch it.
Was acting or fame, either were they different than what you thought they would be? Is that what kind of started issues for you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I've often said I wouldn't wish fame on anyone under 30. You know, I think it changes people on a cellular level, you know, and I think all that kind of happened to me very quickly. But acting saved my life in many ways, you know, and I loved it. Loved acting. I still do. I went away from it for a long time and did other things, became a travel writer, and directed a lot of television, as you mentioned. But no, acting sort of has always been a blessing to me. And to come back, I've sort of come full circle with that whole notion. And I suppose writing the book helped me realize how much it was sort of a part of me and who I am and who I've always been.
So it sounds like you were close to Molly Ringwald at one point. She's the one who got you cast in Pretty in Pink, and you actually sent the book to her to see if there were parts of the stories you're remembering correctly. Are you still on talking terms with her and the other people?
Oh, sure. I talked to everybody. I just did Rob Lowe's podcast last week, which is fun. We caught up, and yeah, I mean, I still see the guys and talk to them. And Molly did get me the part in Pretty in Pink. Yeah, I auditioned for that, and I walked out after my audition, and Molly turned to John Hughes. She was there reading with me, and she turned to John Hughes and said, "That's the guy." And John Hughes said, "That wimpy guy?" He's dreamy. I'd fall in love with him. That picture you're showing right there, I'm wearing a wig in that shot because he had to reshoot the ending. And yeah, so I'm doing a lot of wig acting there. It helps me look very forlorn and everything.
I got to tell you, I remember seeing this movie as a teenager and thinking his hair is so different in the last, and I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, it's true. We had the original ending ended with me not with Molly, and then the audience test screening, they wanted us to be together, so we reshot it. And I was in New York doing a play at the time with a shaved head, so they put this bad wig on my head there, and it did all the work for me.
Good story all these years later. Now, do you prefer directing over acting, Andrew?
Oh, you know, I think it's sort of the grass is greener. When I'm acting, I'd rather direct. When I'm directing, I'd rather act. And when I'm acting, I go, God, this director's terrible. And when I'm directing, God, these actors don't know what they're doing. So I mean, you know.
Now you've got kids, right? What do they think of these iconic movies of yours?
Oh my God, this is prehistoric history to them. My God, no, they couldn't care less. My daughter was told by some of her friends she should watch Pretty in Pink, and so she watched the trailer for it and saw me kissing Molly Ringwald, and she just said, I do not need to see some movie where you're kissing someone else. And my son, a few years ago, watched Weekend at Bernie's, and afterward he turned to me and said, Dad, I love you. That's the stupidest movie I've ever seen. I said, like, Sammy, that's the point. We made 2 of these. I mean, come on.
That's funny. Hey, a question from viewers. We like to pass those along. Jay wants to know, how was your relationship with Rob Lowe in the movie Class? The movie was shot here in Chicago. Do you have any fond memories?
Oh, I loved it. I mean, that was my sort of birth, was in Chicago, doing that movie. And Rob and I got on great. We did 2 movies. We did St. Elmo's Fire as well. And then I hadn't seen Rob, like I say, till I did his podcast. Like, I hadn't seen him in about a good 10, 15 years. And so it was just really nice to sort of go through all the old stories again and remember all that stuff. You're getting old when you really start to like to sit there and reminisce,
God, I think we have a commercial, don't we, Larry, of
Burger King, right?
A Burger King commercial you did with Elizabeth Shue. Can we just cue that up real quick here? Do we have that?
And now, an announcement that can't wait.
We have something to tell you.
Can't keep it a secret any longer.
See, from the very beginning, I knew he was a winner.
I felt the same way. So now it's time for everybody in the world to know.
Burger King has switched to Pepsi.
Burger King and Pepsi, 2 winning
Is that where it all began?
Yeah,
Or was that well into things?
I totally bought it.
Wow. Yeah, no. Talk about everything on the internet being true. Everything on the internet is there to come back and haunt you. No, that movie, that commercial actually saved my life. I had just done the 1 movie Class, and I couldn't get another job for about a year. And so I did that commercial, and I lived off that for about 6 months till I got another job. So it saved my life.
Wow.
And I got to be with Elizabeth Shue. So that was
Not too
That is
bad.
awesome.
That
It was
is
so great
great.
talking to you. Andrew's book is called Brat, an 80s Story. He'll be talking about it more during a virtual event with Anderson's Bookshop tomorrow night. Andrew, pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you.